Sreshtha Sen is minding her own business in a Las Vegas bookstore when the top of Frenchman Mountain explodes and lava pours out, heading straight to a bookstore full of people enjoying an evening of readings from the MFA and Ph.D. program at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Thanks. Sreshtha, I need your help. Jules, one of the main characters of the 2002 film Bend It Like Beckham, bursts into the bookstore. We only have 2 minutes before the lava flow destroys the bookstore and ruins this reading, she cries. But what can I do, Sreshtha says. Believe in yourself, Jules says. And kicks a soccer ball. Sreshtha kicks the soccer ball into a nearby goal that has materialized out of thin air. And with newfound courage, the two hijack a helicopter and lift the bookstore to nearby Mount Charleston. Everyone cheers and starts playing merrily in the snow. Jules hands Sreshtha a glass of Dom Perignon. They clink their wine glasses and congratulate each other for a job well done. Sreshtha Sen, first-year Ph.D. poet.
Thank you, Kate, for that introduction I didn't know I needed. And thank you, everyone, for listening to fan fiction about my childhood crush on me and not judging my taste in white women. I'm going to be reading some fairly new work, which means I'm going to try not talking about my mother too much. Last thing you need to know, I write a lot about or as this persona called the sonneteer. So I'm going to be reading around 3 sonnets, I guess. This one's an excerpt from a longer poem called The Sonneteer is Coming Soon to a Theater Near You in New York. Brooklyn became buttons that changed red to green, little lit-up man walking, and the boy who showed her how to cross the street, whose cheek tasted of caramel, even though it was white bone. It is so hot when you speak in Hindi, he said. So seduction stirred mere sentences. Ami thoke gechi, I'm speaking Bangla, can you tell the difference? Aapko pata bhi hai Lucknow kaha hai? Darling, I get confused between the words for land and lust. Murg makhni khatam ho gaya. I finished the chicken in the fridge. This is half elegy. The sonneteer sometimes dreams her own death, maybe hate sharp as steel-curved bullet buried, maybe sudden as herself, one moment on the street, next nowhere. She hopes it'll be swift, like the coming of an airplane exhaust to life, blades to bone, and then red iron air. Doesn't really know, doesn't dream of the how, or the why, or the before, or even the pitiful Facebook posts after. Only the dark, only her mother, only her mother's face. How she would rage at the death documentary deal, but sulkily release a picture for the local paper. How she would clutch a favorite scarf against herself to hold once more, sob. She was just learning to be a daughter. She was the greatest poet to ever live. How her voice, rusted lock and latch, would catch at the word live. No, she never loved a woman, except me. And you all thought I was joking about the mother issues. This last poem is, I've been thinking a lot about men. Just kidding, no, that's not true. But I've been thinking a lot about what men are afraid of, considering half the world and I are afraid of men the most. So this is Masculine Sonnet. Already this poem is turning into what I cannot write. My brother whose fingers would pet me to tender sleep. My brother who grew up, and I grew up with him, was there as he turned 12 when he and his friends got so bored he began to slap me as many times as the years he'd spent learning to be man. The hard taste of his knuckles, I will never forget my terror plastered onto his face, how he feared his own hands the most after that. what they could do had done. I do not want to write about my brother's hands, which I love. I meant to write about the ones that said, I just need you to prove you don't like men like that. Or the drunk hands that squeezed a little too hard right after I said, stop, please. Or the ones that found my thighs accidentally in intention during a shared cab, or all the others. I meant to say, I grew up watching my brother's hands mold me into a better person. I meant, even the gentlest palms have made me kneel in front of them and heard me weep and hated it, but did it anyway. Thank you.